Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I've been putting together some builds in my town, and this one in particular is one I want to build along with you. I have already practiced, but I'm doing it with you again so that you can have the live build now that it's fresh in my memory. And it's done at a pace that is the pace I would normally go at, so I'm not hurrying up or anything. However, I am trying to catch up with time because you get to have the live tour of it towards the end, so I'm having to hurry up so that it's not an exceptionally long video. It's already running at 23 minutes and 8 seconds. So anyway, you've seen the picture of this house from the thumbnail, so you already know what it looks like from the outside. And as I say, there's going to be a tour at the end for the complete furnished property that we're building right now. Okay, one of the reasons I decided to build this house is I've been daydreaming a lot about floating rooms. I miss them so much. I don't know how many of you do, but a little while back, after an update, I'm not sure which one, but there was a glitch. I think it was with the mezzanine update. There was a glitch where you could build rooms above empty spaces, and you know, I started building houses. I still have a couple of those in my town. I've got Barbie's penthouse, I have the ultra modern mansion in my town, and then there was the Italian house, but I've demolished that. But they all had floating room structures, and the houses looked more edgy, they looked more realistic, you know, and it just looked different. It was something new, and I'm hoping that we can get this back in the game because it would ultimately change the way that we build, just like the new A-frame roof that we have. And if we can have L-shaped rooms, that too would be amazing, because then we can, or maybe not L-shaped rooms, we could get rid of walls. If we could get rid of walls, then the room sizes or shapes would change, and that too would be nice. Now, looking at what I've done here already, this is exactly what would fit on a small plot from corner to corner. But as you can see, I'm building it on a large plot because I like the grounds, and I didn't really have a small plot to build it on in my town at the moment. And I've already built this in AR, and I've toured it in AR, and I absolutely love the house. However, the pool up front is useless. You know, in AR, if I'm, say, touring it in my front room, then I'm looking into the pool at my feet or something like that. So having a pool in AR doesn't really work, particularly not for me anyway. But I might find a way to, it just means I'll have to stand in a particular spot that, say, has a blue ground or something, and then, I don't know, levitate so my feet don't show where I'm at the pool or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm now working on the top part of this house, and this little one here is not supposed to be a room. It's supposed to be a balcony. So that was weird. I don't know if it happens to you when you're building. You click on the wrong option. I was trying to put a balcony down, as you can see here. Now what I'm doing at the top at this point is trying to create a backward C shape. Let's just tug this down a little bit further, and there you have it. Now, one of the things I thoroughly enjoy when building is I start with the outside of the house. I start fiddling around. I want it to have a particular shape. I want it to look unique. I start to create unusual shapes and patterns, like you can see up here. As I said, I've got the backward C, and you know, I played around a lot with this when I woke up in the morning. That's when I started doing this today. And I was just tucked in bed, and I wake up early, so I just started doing that with my spare time. And yeah, I just carried on playing with the outside. I already actually had started this 2 days ago. Actually, I came into this plot and then started that, and then I went away and I was busy doing other things, and then I came back again yesterday and I looked at it and I thought, what are you trying to do? And then I left it. But it was this morning that I really got into it, and I thought, yeah, I want to see what I can do. It only had one room upstairs, and I thought, oh no, not for a grand, you know, looking style of a house. Why would it just have one room and a massive pool? And so I really got into trouble trying to fit in a second room. That was a nightmare, but I succeeded in the end. And when you see the interior tour in a few minutes, you can let me know what you think about that. But I just absolutely enjoy different shapes to the house. I love that it's got 3 different layers and so on. And I know, or I'm being too presumptuous, I'm hoping that Sims FreePlay would come up with ideas to, you know, have multi-level roofing, like the farmhouse veranda roof against the actual house level roof and things like that. It would be so great. Building would be so much fun. I think this game measures up against Sims 4 because it's mobile as well, and you can do this on the go, you know, with your fidgety fingers and so on. Anyway, I am obviously just trying to put in the flooring and the walls. I'm using feature walls here and there all over, and you'll see what it looks like in the finished plan. And the sad thing is, in AR you can't have feature walls, and feature walls are just so beautiful. It makes interior designing in this building game even more of a fun experience. So yes, I used a lot of feature walls in this house. It's really small, but still I found a way to make it spacious in its individual rooms and for its individual purpose. And yeah, I really like it, like the way it's turned out. So that's a passageway from the main space into the kitchen. There's a nook in the corner here, and I'm looking for this door. There it is. Nope, this one. It's supposed to go on the side here, out from the kitchen to the back part of this house. And then I've got this glass door that leads out from the upstairs part to this balcony, and then we have a door into this room over here, and one to this bathroom here, and into the room itself. Any place else, we've got a bathroom down here too, for guests and for family. And I need the front door. I went past it a minute ago, but let me just put this one here. Okay, where is that door? There it is. Finally. So yes, I am just trying to set down the frame. I'm not going to furnish it here. I've already furnished it, and I will then cut forward to a downloaded version from my iPad that I saved and then demolished it and then built it for you here. So I haven't lost my house or anything, because it took forever to put together. Speaking of the interior, I think that's what takes me the longest, not the building. It's furnishing inside, and particularly because you know, there's only a few ways you can set down furnishing inside builds in Sims FreePlay. But if you take your time and you slow burn creatively, you'll be able to come up with more ideas. So that's what took the time for me, especially when I'm bored, I haven't got much to do. I've cooked the lunch or I've cooked the dinner, and everyone's lazing around and the kids are playing Wii U or something, and then I just sit down and get my thumbs fiddling. So I really love the way the interior looks, so stay tuned for that. I always say that if you choose to replicate this in your town and you then upload it to any social media platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on, or Twitter, wherever it might be, just don't forget to use the hashtag JCfinger, so that the collection of my ideas and inspirations can all be found in one go by just typing up hashtag JCfinger, and that way I can see what you've done, I can comment on it, be inspired by it too, and basically interact with you on what you think could have been done differently, or whether you absolutely loved it or hated it. So yes, don't forget that. And really, I absolutely love the pictures that you put up on Facebook. Some of you build these builds in your own way, and it's fantastic to see what I'd missed or could have done, or the colors you would use, or the patio paving choices, or the interior choices, and so on. And it's just lovely to see, because you know, when you're building the stuff, you're just thinking one way and then you're done, and then all of a sudden I see it up on a different page and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have done that, I could have done that. And so on. Okay, now I'm trying to put the lights on, and that means I haven't put the stairs in. Now there is only one stair that fits with this all the wooden paneled door entry systems that you see. It's from the Snow Chalet, and I don't own it as a pack, so I've got to go into my inventory here and place it down. Remember to put your windows down before you put the stairs, especially if the windows are at a corner. And I say this because when your windows are at a corner and you place something down, it stays. But if you put something down first and then put your windows in the same corner, one of them would flash red and it won't work. Well, here's the floor plan for the downstairs part of this villa. I love the color of the floor, the dark wood, the splashes of color here and there using the feature walls. I think it's fantastic. And then you come upstairs to the living quarters. There is a spare room on the side here, and then you've got the main master room access way in here. That's the closet, the ensuite bathroom, and then the main master room here. We need some windows. I remember I had some windows. I'm going to go for what was I doing in the door section? Okay, here it is, the chalet white. Let's put that there. Come on. Oh my goodness. There. Yeah. And I'm using the cookie wallpaper. Now, settle down. You'll find out why. It's a feature wallpaper just for the area where the bed is. Now, you're not going to see the part that drizzles down. You're only going to see the dots. Actually, let me just go ahead and set the bed down so you'll see why I've done that. And it matches this bed perfectly. It came as a pack that I purchased over the Christmas, and it's beautiful. It's a luxury set of some sort, but look at that. I think it's fabulous. I think it is. Now, I'm not going to furnish, I promise. I'm not going to get carried away because it's already furnished in my next game. So I'm going to go away and download it again from my iPad, and then we'll tour. But let me first take this part of the house off. As I say, that's how far you get with a small plot, and I'm just going to further extend and stick the pool in. I said to myself that the sim who lives here is a man, and he is an Olympic swimmer, so he's got this villa and he's got this massive pool at the back, and he swims from one end all the way to the other, and you know, it takes him forever to get back and forth. So I put the diving board all the way at the front here, and then I put the ladder that comes up out of the pool at the far end, and I was enjoying seeing him going all the way to come out of the pool and then make his way back around to keep diving. So you don't have to do this part, obviously, if you are building on a small plot, but for the actual tour, you're going to see that it's got this massive pool at the back. So what I'm going to do now is just extend the paver width, and we're done. So this is what the house looks like, and now it's time to furnish a bit more and inside. So we're going to look at that right now. And what I've done is place hydrangea plants in the pocketed area where you've got the big sea at the rooftop there, and above the spare room as well. I think it just beautifies the way the house looks. It warms it up. So we've taken the landscaping from the ground to the roof. Bravo. And this is what we have. We've got that area at the rooftop here. Well, not the rooftop, it's the first level balcony. There's an area to sit out, and there's a fountain, and you have a good view of the hydrangea rooftop areas. I think it's beautiful and understated. A massive pool, and this was what I was fiddling around with forever, just trying to create layers for the roof, layers and texture. I love it. There's an area out here to sit down and lounge. He's got a piece of gym equipment here. That's the diving board. And he's been swimming back and forth, but he's in the house now, and he's going to take us around and tour this property. And of course, I went for the dirt base option for these plants. I absolutely love them. Okay, now when you come in through the door, you've got a little nook in the corner here where he does some of his work. And you have to imagine he could just take his laptop and it'll be a bare table, right? I don't own these bookshelves. I got them from an architect tab home, but they're beautiful and it's just really nice. I'm just going to set him down for 40 seconds and then we'll look at the rest of the house. Look at him there. So I'm completely in love with these pug art pieces, and this center table, which is an urban table, has a splash of color in it. Now I picked from those colors to work my way with the color scheme in the house, and so you've got the different feature walls here and there, and it's just brilliant in my eyes. And there is also this brown dining table that has the same match in the center table there too, and I think it's beautiful. There's a few bits and pieces of personal belongings in a cluster with the light, and it just looks nice, and it's filling on the chest of drawers there. And then underneath the staircase you can see what that angled window looks like. It just gives some sort of beautiful touch to the space, and that's where the light rushes in when he's dining with family or friends or and so on. So this is a living dining, and he's got a little workspace at the entrance there, and I think it's nice. And then you work your way around to where you've got the restroom, and in this villa, as small as it is on this massive plot, I was still able to fit in a washing machine. Someone asked me about this toilet unit here and said, does it open up or do they just sit on it? So let's try it out. There, it opens up. So I didn't realize that I hadn't tried it out myself, and so yes, it pops open. So there's a washing machine in here, and I was quite glad that I could fit that in. And then we've got the kitchen further in through that passage, and I absolutely love this kitchen, love the colors, love the style. I wanted something different. I get bored so easily, and mixing and matching with the backyard event items, it just worked out brilliantly. I'm not a big fan of the fridges in the game. I want fridges that match up with the counters, so this was fantastic for me to work with. So he's had his cup of tea, and then he has a fridge that he can get to and get whatever he needs. And if you are engaging in the cooking hobby, that fridge works brilliantly. So it's a complete kitchen. Yes, there are no cabinets above, but that's the style of the kitchen for this house. The cooker's in place, the sink is in place, and there are more countertop spaces for you to use. There's a microwave, you can set out the chopping boards and so on. It's a complete kitchen. I absolutely love it. There's nothing lacking, not at all, and it's a small space and it's brilliant. Look at the feature wall in the corner there with the angled window, and then the artwork. I think that's really nice. So out he goes, and that's how he gets to the back part of the house from this property. Maybe there should have been a door by the staircase here. Anyway, you could do that. Let's go up to the living quarters. It's quite nice that you've already seen the floor plan, so you can tell where I'm headed and you know what's going on. And I love this wall in the hallway. It's pictures and tons of pictures in a collage against the wall of places that he's traveled to and places that he's been to, and it's just lovely. And maybe the lady in the middle is the love of his life. There's a door at the end of that hallway out to this area here where you've got the fountain, so he could have parties up here, you know, drink glasses of wine, chatter into the night under the moonlight, and so on. Yes, my imagination is running away with me. But it's a lovely, elegant space to entertain a special someone or so. Now when you work your way back in, there is a door on the right here, and that leads into the guest bedroom here. And if you wanted a family to live in this property, this could be a room for a daughter or a son or a couple of teenagers. You just have to change the bed, of course, and put in a bunk bed, and it will even create more space. But this is how I've set it out, and I think it's beautiful. He does have a grown-up daughter who does come around to stay here every now and again. Actually, he does, I promise you. In reality, he does. So yes, and then you've got this window that shows you the pool. I think it's beautiful. So the rooms have big windows that let in a lot of light. So let's have him come all the way back down here, and then this is the access way to his own quarters. And he has an area in this corner here where he's got a plant, and then over on this corner he has another area to study. So you have to imagine he can take away the flower pot and those books and just go and get his laptop from downstairs and then place it up on this space here and work close to his bedroom. You know, it's just the way I think. And then of course this is his bedroom. It's a nice cozy space. It's a really good ensuite. Yes, we could go bigger, but not for what I've done with the whole house as a whole. So you've got this massive king size bed. You saw that a little while ago and how I'd placed the feature wallpaper there. You've got the side tables, the lights, the windows, so he has a good rush of light into the space, and he has all he needs. He can go around to both sides of the bed, get in from both sides of the bed, and he has a massive closet space here with a variety of coats and suits, and he has a nice traveling case because he moves around the world. That's his ensuite as well, so it's a complete master unit with all the facilities required: walk-in closet, bathroom, big king size bed, and so on. So let's just have a better look at that with the walls down. I had fun building this. I love Sims FreePlay. I enjoy it, and I've been playing for a while. And now we've got all these beautiful things in the game. It really just allows my pastime to be much more fun and enjoyable and rewarding, because you build and you look at it, and can you imagine what this looks like in AR? You go in and you're in this house and it's beautiful. You think, wow, look at everything that they've given to us, especially that king size bed. In AR it looks amazing, people. It looks amazing. So floor plan, you've seen what it looks like. Usually at this point I'd say to you, oh, would you like a live build? No. You already have a live build. You've had it at the beginning. And now I'm wondering, would you prefer that I did live builds and then the tour? That means the videos would be a little bit longer, and the thing is, I might not have that much time. Today I was just I had a lot of time on my hands. I've been in my room, I've been very relaxed and just chilled out, and yeah, I sat down and I thought to myself, why not just put that up? Because I have other builds in my town that I need to put up as well, and so I just pushed this one through. And I've started logging out of Facebook because some of you visit my town and you're already seeing what I'm doing, and then when I put the video up you say to me, oh, I saw that already. And that's weird. So I've started logging out of Facebook when I've got new builds, and I've got quite a few. So if you're visiting and you can't find me, it's because I've got new builds. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.